Today's the 4th of July, and I've been joking with some people off and on that it occurred to me that we're going to celebrate, I think, the 250th anniversary of our founding documents, or at least our official founding date, you could say. Of course, you could go all the way back to, 400 plus years ago and Roanoke Island if you want. But it occurs to me that we're in a very different place than when we were at the bicentennial when I was just, 8 years old or so. And it's even more uncertain, it's even more unstable, and it's very, very troubling. And as a student of ancient history, it's even more troubling than that because I've seen civilizations fall through the lens of historical inquiry and um, analysis, whether you're talking about, as early as Gibbon's fall of the Roman Empire through the later scholarship to earlier civilizations, everything falls. I would hope that we're too early for that. But I'm sure if we do last another 200 years or so, it will look very different than it has looked when I was a boy, certainly. And hopefully it will look better, but very often civilizations do not. Uh, it also occurred to me that I will be 107 when we are at our 300th anniversary as a nation, and I would hope that Trump hasn't effed it up by then, but he's well on his way to making epic destructions and then setting the stage to blame the other side, the Democrats, for all of it, because a number of the things in this big, beautiful monstrosity that they passed just yesterday uh, hit during the next administration. So if he wins again, or if he manages to take power, he will, of course, declare that this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. And if he loses, of course, anything that is detrimental, he will blame elsewhere. And we've just never seen that level of cynicism and acrimony. So I have one wish here for this um, July 4th, 2025, and that would be this: that people who are clueless and apathetic or who are misinformed and misguided will finally do what's never been the case since I was a little boy, um, and will suddenly get an awareness that among all the different times and situations that have been in where we needed people to rally and to pay attention and to use good judgment and good thinking, that finally we will do that. But unfortunately, many of those tough minded people have been in a bygone era. So we are now in a situation where we need those people so badly, and we do not have them, unfortunately. We have people who are occupied in the wrong way. And that is a recipe right there for disaster. So I would hope and pray, if I have just one wish, that people get a clue about what happens, if for no other reason other than their self interest. And unfortunately, people who are watching the police stings, for example, as a type of minor fascista, do not think that it affects them at all. In fact, they think it's in their best interests. And either they think something is in the best interests, as our federal government is doing, or they don't care. And either way is a recipe for disaster. So wake up, folks. Wake up, because it is a bad situation heading into this next 200 years. I hope people rally and start really fighting back, calling your congresspeople who, it should be very clear the last few days, do not feel they work for you. They do not feel they work for you at all. They know who their, uh, what's the expression? Who butters their bread. And it's not you and me, it's the big donors. And thanks to decisions by our wholly bought Supreme Court, such as Citizens United, where you can put endless amounts of cash in, you don't have to account for it, and nobody is limited. Cash is speech, and therefore, if you have more cash, you have more speech, which of course is right there. Um, solemnifying a certain inequity right away. Same thing where you get as much justice as you're able to afford. We need to change the narrative, and we need to do it soon. So that is my wish for this July 4th, 2025, which is a bit more somber than I would like it to be.